Hachalu Hundessa, anger erupts after Ethiopian protest singer killed. Demonstrations have broken out in parts of Ethiopia following the shooting dead of musician Hachalu Hundessa, well known for his political songs. 7 have died during the spontaneous protests, medics told the BBC. Hachalu's songs often focused on the rights of the country's Oromo ethnic group and became anthems in a wave of protests that led to the downfall of the previous prime minister in 2018. The 34-year-old had said that he had received death threats. The police are now investigating the killing, which took place on the outskirts of the capital, Addis Ababa, and several people have been arrested. Thousands of his fans headed to the hospital in the city where the body of the singer was taken on Monday night, BBC Afaan Oromo's Bekele Atoma reports. To them, he was a voice of his generation that protested against decades of government repression, he says. In Addis Ababa, police used tear gas to disperse the crowd outside the hospital and gunshots have been heard in the city where people set fire to tires. In Adama, 90 kilometers 56 miles southeast of Addis Ababa, 5 people died after being shot during demonstrations and 75 others were injured, hospital chief executive Dr. Mekonnen Fayisa told BBC Afaan Oromo. 19 others were injured in nearby Dera town, he added. Meanwhile, in the eastern town of Cairo, 2 people were shot dead during protests, a medic at the local hospital told the BBC. The internet has also been shut down in parts of the country as the protests spread in Oromo regional state. Hachalu's body was being taken to his hometown, Ambo, about 100 kilometers west of the capital, but protesters tried to stop it and insisted that he should be buried in Addis Ababa. In the eastern city of Harar, protesters have pulled down a statue of a royal prince, Ras Mekonnen Wald Mikael, who was the father of Haile Selassie, Ethiopia's last emperor. The statue shows Ras Mekonnen, an important military figure and former governor of Harar province in the 19th century under then-Emperor Menelik II, sitting on a horse. In a recent interview with local TV station Oromo Media Network, Hachalu had said that people should remember that all the horses seen mounted by old leaders belonged to the people. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed has expressed his condolences, saying in a tweet that Ethiopia lost a precious life today and describing the singer as marvelous. The musician's death and the protests comes as political tensions are rising following the indefinite postponement of elections, on account of the coronavirus pandemic, that were due in August. They would have been the first electoral test for Mr. Abiy after he came to power in April 2018. What were the Oromo protests about? The Oromo, Ethiopia's largest ethnic group, have long complained of being sidelined. Demonstrations erupted in 2016 and pressure built on the government. The ruling coalition eventually replaced then Prime Minister Hailemariam Desalegn with Mr. Abiy, who is Oromo himself. He has brought in a series of reforms which has transformed what was considered a very oppressive state. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 2019 primarily for making peace with longtime foe Eritrea, but his efforts in transforming Ethiopia were also recognized. Source: BBC News. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.